Hello and welcome to another episode of Cyber Potato, where I'll be teaching you about loops in JavaScript. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about loops that I don't actually like and I don't really use, but it's in a canon of programming and you have to know about them either way. So each and single of us is living inside of a loop, which is kind of depressing, really, because most of the year we do the same. We wake up, we go to school or to work, we eat our lunch, we go to sleep, etc., etc. So to describe some reoccurring events or some reoccurring calculations in programming, we are using loops. And let me show you how they look and how they work. Let's start with something simple. For example, let's create a constant days in January, and I believe these are 31, if I'm correct, maybe. It's common knowledge, I know. Okay, yeah, I'm right. Then, okay, so each and single day there's stuff you have to do. You have to wake up, or don't, just go to sleep, whatever. Okay, so the first and the simplest loop is called for loop, and we have, oh nice, okay, but let me write it by hand. We have keyword for, then we have something called index initialization or counter initialization, and we say let e, for example, equals 0. So start my loop counting from 0. Okay. So if you'd like to start your loop, for example, from, I don't know, 30, that's not a problem, but here you have to specify some number. Most of the times it's 0. Then there's the comma. No, it's not a comma. You know what it is. I've forgotten. Okay, never mind. Then you specify how long should your loop go, or rather, what is the expression that should stop your loop. And I'm gonna say when my counter is less than days in January, we should run the loop. So for 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 30, we should run the loop. But when I takes value of 31, then we should stop the loop. Okay, but now, as you can imagine, the loop would go infinitely, well, almost, because there's nothing changing the value of my counter. So I have to specify a way to change it, and I'm gonna say just I plus plus and increment it. Okay, and now if I will log the I, okay, what we will see, what we won't see, because I should comment this out, what we will see, okay, we will see that the code that I specified inside of a loop ran 31 times. Is that correct? Yeah, I believe it is. Okay, so starting from 0 and stopping when I hit 31 and incrementing I on each and single run of the loop, please console log I. Okay, then add something else here. Let's say, for example, counter is now at. Okay, and I can see that my code ran exactly that many times. Okay, what else I can do here? I could start my loop from a different value of the counter. Let's start from 29. Okay, and now I see it will run only 2 times because it's 29 and 30. What else? I could change the way that the value is being incremented. So let's get to 0 back here, and I can say I equals something like here, and now it should run 15 times, I believe. Yeah, something like that. Okay, because on each and single run of my loop, I'm incrementing the counter, okay, by 2. So it's 0, 2, 4, and so forth and so on. Okay, but as you can imagine, we're using our loops for something more. And for example, I have an array of actors here, and I would like to do something with the value from the array for each and single index. So I can tell, let's just go back to standard incrementation, actors length. Okay, so starting from 0 index, as long as I is less than the length of the array, and incrementing counter by 1, let's just do actors of I, and here let's just write my favorite actor is. Okay, and we're doing something for each and single actor. I said that I don't like this kind of loop, and this is because it's imperative. You have to track the index and make sure that you don't get anything wrong, because if I tell my loop to go further than the length of an array, I can get undefined, because there's no entry for in an array for index of 4 and 5. Okay, so here's our problem. Also, often when you're writing for loop, you'll be mutating the array. So I can tell that actors of I equals actors of I to uppercase. I believe that's that one, or capitalize, or maybe to uppercase. And let's log after. Okay, so as you can see, I've done something to my array, I capitalize all the letters for each and single entry. The problem is that I modified the starting array, and there's this concept called immutability in programming languages, saying that you shouldn't mutate your variables. You should rather copy them and create new copies and mutate the copies. So I tend to use different kind of loops, and I will show them to you in the next episode. But let's stick to my array and to for loop. Okay, so what I can do, I can, for example, write something like that: math floor, math random times 80 plus 20, and in each and single run of the loop, I will get new age variable with the value starting from 20 to 100, I believe. Okay, and now I can write something like that: if age is more than 50, we know if else already. I can write something like, let me just copy it because I'm lazy. Okay, we'll be comparing the age against the number 50, and if the age of given actor is that we randomize is bigger than 50, we say that, well, he should check her eyes because, you know, maybe it's time to think about glasses. If he's less than 50, the lad is still young. Okay, and let me just remove that, we don't need it anymore. Okay, and as you can see, we're doing something on each entry for each run, and we'll just randomize our take on years. But let's say that we believe that our actor dies when he's 75. Okay, so I don't want to display anything if the age of my actor is above 75. So I can write something like this: if the age is above 75, we use keyword continue. Okay, and this stops the execution of the code in the loop, so this won't be run. Okay, and tells the loop to start another run with incremented I. Okay, so if the age is above 75, just continue, don't run this, just start the loop over again with incremented I with the next index. Okay, and as I can see, we have 3 entries now, and this is because Lady Leah Thompson has age above 75. I don't know if she's, we just randomize it here. Okay, and again and again. Oh, now we have just 1 entry because 3 of our guys have their age above 75. Okay, there's another thing that we can discuss, and this is the keyword break. Breaking the loop, it's different than continue because continue start next run of the loop that what this means. And then there's break, and this is stop running the loop at all. Okay, so if we use the word break and we'll get the age above 75 in our first run, there won't be second, third, or fourth run. It will just break and continue right here. Okay, you can write here console log after the loop, and here we'll just write console log 8 is above 75. And let's compare those. Let's start with continue. Okay, here we'll get 5 logs because 4 logs for each entry in an array, even if it's just ages above 75. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I can see 2 here, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now let's do break. This will lower the runs of our loop, because if we get to break, there won't be another loop, run of the loop. Okay, so here we have one. Okay, this is an example that could occur again. Okay, now we have 1, 2. Here is break, 3, 4. Okay, so we ended our loop earlier. And here, our example, we hit the age above 75 on our first run, so we immediately exit the loop. Okay, that's the difference between continue and break. What else? Okay, we have 2 other loops that are common in programming languages. Let me just talk about them real quick. There's the while loop, which looks like this. While a Boolean expression, let's say I is lower than 10, do console log hello. Now my value is I. And it's pretty much the same as for, but we define the index, the counter, above, okay, and we must increment it on each and single run by our own. Okay, if you want the, you know what, let's break stuff. Why not? Okay, I'm not going to be incrementing this loop. Let's see what happens. Whoa, that's a really big number. Before my Chrome actually hangs and runs out of memory, and I can't close it, and I can't close this tab. Everything hangs, everything's broken. Okay, why is that? Because the loop is being run indefinitely, infinitely, and it's consuming the memory of browser and thus making it freeze. Can I unfreeze it, please? Okay, well, yeah, that's set. Okay, you can just, I hope, give it another run here. Okay, now that I'm incrementing the counter here properly, okay, I can see that it actually hits the moment when this is false. So while something is true, perform some operations. Okay, let's do do another one, and this is do while loop. Do while, let's say a is less than 12, I need to declare a, and I need to do stuff. Let's say console log value for a is a. And also here I have to remember to increment it properly. Alright, if you don't know what this is a a plus 1, which can be written as that or even shorter. You will often find in programming a ways to write something shorter, and it's really cool. Okay, and I hanged this one as well. Okay, not a problem. Maybe a little bit of a problem because it's starting to work really slow. Let me just kill it with fire. Let's go to here. Yeah, that's a lot of memory. Okay, kill it. Thank you. No. Let me just. Nope. Open with live server. Okay. Yeah, here we are. Okay. So what's the difference between while and do while? Do while loop will be always run at least once because first you do the operation, and second you check the expression to see whether loop should continue or not. For while, you check the expression in the beginning and then decide to run the loop. For example, let me check something like this, and let's just do this. Okay, so let's see here. I is set to 0, okay, and it's not less than 0, so this won't get run at all. Here a is being set to 0. This will run once, and after checking the expression here to see whether it should continue, it will stop. Let me just confirm this. Okay, yeah, as you can see, value for a is 0, and we don't get any information here, so we don't get how my value is. Okay, so that's your difference. This will run at least once. And this is it. Short intro to loops in JavaScript. You don't see me using those loops a lot. I will show you a better way to actually transform and manipulate an array using declarative loops. But this will come in another episode. So, bye!